I'm back, y'all. You already know. I got reported, of course, on the other page. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. And you know what's really crazy to me is that men get in their feelings so much. Like, I really do think that, like, I don't know who reported, to be honest, but I don't even care. I appealed it, but even if I can't, I'll just be banned for 3 days. Like, yeah, they did. I don't even really care. Like I said, it's just like, this whole thing of like men getting mad and reporting and stuff like that is really nuts. And that one lady that came up there, like, I really, I don't care if women are messing with men or whatever. That's everybody's choice. You know what I'm saying? I just think that is very weird when women, especially women like the lady that was up there, Queen Jayla, that talk about how, oh, she should use discernment and not choose bad men and not do this, that, and the third, in a very like way of looking down on her. But then you tell me that you mess with men even though you don't trust them, even though you don't have no expectations of them, and you basically think that they're bad. Like, what? Then it doesn't that make you the same way? You ignoring discernment? Like, you being with men that you think is no good just so that you can have one? That's actually the definition of being a pygmy. And then she tried to say that she wasn't trying to meat ride or dick glaze or dick eat, but she was, because in the comments, like, it was like some women that had said, like, nobody knew who Klay Thompson was before Megan Thee Stallion. And she was like, well, if you into the NBA, plenty of people knew, and also plenty of people didn't. I didn't know who that man was. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I had no idea who he was until she popped out with that man. I didn't know that he dated Coco Jones before. I didn't know he dated that other black woman. I think her name is Laura or something like that, the actress. I didn't know anything about that. And I didn't know that he had a history of cheating. I didn't know anything about that man in the slightest. So it's just like, stop acting like all women know about that man. Nobody knew who Klay Thompson was. I mean, well, maybe if you're into sports, like I said, which is not a problem, but I haven't been into the NBA since I was like, maybe like 17, 18. I can't remember the year. This is a side note. I can't remember the year, but I was really into basketball. Like, I played basketball, and I was always going on the weekends to hoop with my dad and stuff like that. We would go to the park around the corner from our house, and we was watching the finals, the championships, and it was Reggie Miller and the Indiana Pacers, and it was like supposed to be the game-winning shot. And he was, if anybody knows about basketball, Reggie Miller was known for his 3-pointers. This man missed a shot, and we knew that he missed the shot on purpose. And it was very obvious, bro. And me and my dad looked at each other like, bro, like, this is staged. And my dad was like, yeah, it is. And I never watched basketball, professional basketball, a day ever after that, because I was so let down. And that was before people now have confirmed that there is like rigging in sports and stuff like that. So that was before the internet and stuff. But anywho, yeah. And so, that's all I got to say. That's the reason why I don't know who none of these people are. But I definitely love basketball. But, anywho, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jessica. I accidentally sent you a, invite. But, yeah, anyway, let's get back to the topic, right? So I'll just say what I believe. I don't think that Megan Thee Stallion is a pick-me. I don't think it's pick-me behavior to cook for somebody. I just don't. Some people like to cook. Some people love languages, acts of service. Some people don't mind cooking. It's not a big deal. Just because you may think that cooking a whole meal is a big deal, to some people it's not. Me personally, I don't have no problem. My favorite food, my favorite genre of food is soul food, number one. And number two is Mexican food. Do you know how many times I have felt like, man, I really just want some soul food, but I know nobody's going to make it like me. And I have sat there just on a whim and cooked greens, candy yams, mac and cheese, made some ribs, made some biscuits, made some dressing. It took me all day, but I was really happy and it wasn't no big deal. cleaned the greens, took the stems out, all of that. Like, so I don't know. I just feel like people are being unnecessarily harsh on her. And like I said before, if she was a pick me, she would have stayed. Like, I didn't see this lady since she announced that she broke up with this man, she been getting dragged for filth. Do you know that I went into one of those manosphere groups that I tell y'all I'll be lurking in? They got a picture of men in a line, and I put it in my recent video, but I had to cut it out sort of to put it in the YouTube video. All of these men are lined up and she's bent over the couch like she's trying to get it doggy from all of these men. And I'm like, why would you do that? Then I saw, like, I don't know if anybody's seen the viral picture of Clay and her at like that little event or dinner when she had that black dress on and he had like a serious look on his face. They have turned that picture into an AI video and got her acting real out of pocket. And he just sitting there like he's super mad. They didn't change the picture to AI. And you can tell it's AI because when she be moving, it don't even look like her no more. Can y'all believe that? So why would she be a pick-me when she knew that this was coming? She already said that people always dragging her. You think she didn't know? But anyway, go ahead, Brown Sugar.
I'll let the young lady that just came up, Steph, because I already talked, but I'll swing back for sure.
Okay. Go ahead, Steph.
Hi, Trig. Thank you so much for, and hi, ladies. Thank you for having this live. I just want to put a few of my 2 cents in and then I'll just drop. I believe Meg is not a pick-me. The thing that it all derives to is that people are just anti-Black women. They're anti-Megan Thee Stallion. If she wasn't cooking, if she wasn't, being there for him as a good girlfriend, taking care of him, being a present partner, they would have attacked her. They would have said, oh, if only she was cooking, cleaning for Clay, whatever his name is, then he never would have cheated on her. But because she's not attending to him, she's not being a good wife, a good woman to him, that's why, he cheated on her. So it's, do as you will. Like, within any situation, she would always get dragged. So that's why I don't think she's a pick-me. It's not a crime to have acts of service as your love language, to treat your partner right, and not to expect, marriage from it. It's just how she is. She's from the South. That's the hospitality that she has. So I honestly, personally don't think that she's a pick-me. Any woman, we all know how she's felt. We've all been betrayed before, where you think, doing right and being a good woman, sometimes it just doesn't amount to, it just depends on the character of the man that you're with. So I'll land there.
Yes, okay, I got you, Steph, and I think that you made a great point. I think that if she hadn't showcased herself cooking and doing those things for him, then that would have been the thing that they said was that, oh, she's an independent woman. All she was probably doing is twerking. She probably wasn't doing nothing for him. But now that they can't say that, now it's that all of these other excuses. It's really disgusting. Like, it really truly is. But let me go down here to Brown Sugar, then Crystal, then Macaulay. Let me know if I'm saying your name correctly. Sorry if I'm not.
No, you good, Trick. Just let them go. I'll come last. No worries.
Okay. Oh, let me go next up here to Crystal. Go ahead, Crystal. Let me send you a thing to turn your mic on just in case you can't. You there, Crystal? Okay, well, Crystal, when you get there, I'll come back to you, okay? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go next up here to Macaulay. Let me know if I'm mispronouncing your name.
You had it right. It's Macaulay.
Macaulay. Okay, all right. Go ahead, sir.
I don't think Megan Thee Stallion is a pick-me. And I will say, as a Black man, I am truly disgusted at my other fellow Black men who are sitting there making her the victim because the thing about society when it comes to a lot of Black women, unfortunately, for whatever misogynistic reason, they can never win. We constantly tell women, stop being HOEs. We tell women, so you need to submit to a man, all this BS. and then a woman does it. A woman does exactly what she was supposed to do. Did Megan have a past? Yes. But you know what? I had a past. I'm pretty sure I speak for all 70 people on these people watching this platform. We all had a past. Some help. Niggas like me, we still doing it, okay? She hasn't done anything different. She hasn't done anything different that people in their 20s and their 30s do. But because a lot of people don't like Megan, and let's get to the root of the problem. Y'all don't like Megan behind that Tory BS, but y'all ain't never just gonna put it on the floor and just be honest as to why y'all don't like her. And she did what she was supposed to do. She settled down. She cooked. She cleaned. That man bought her a home, proposed to her, brought her to the house, and he cheats on her and says he doesn't want to be in a monogamous relationship. And now the blame then becomes on her, talking about, well, she should have had better discernment. No, that nigga needs to go get help, and you need to start being intentional when you want to be with somebody. Like, I get that a lot of y'all mamas and daddies, y'all grew up in broken homes, and y'all think that cheating and playing the F out of people is okay, but that shit is not okay. It's not cool. And a lot of y'all, I'm telling you, a lot of y'all need to start asking these hard questions as to why y'all are okay with men being misogynistic and treating y'all that way, and your healing is going to be at the end of that answer. I'll land my plane there.
All right. I got you. Appreciate you, Macaulay. Go ahead, Brown Sugar.
Oh, he just spit real quick. Yeah, I completely agree. I hate that the narrative is being switched on her. She's getting so much blame, but nobody is putting a finger that he played this girl and he fed her an illusion, and unfortunately she fell for it, and now she's getting the bulk of the hatred because of his actions. And I think it's so unfair for her to hold the bulk of the responsibility when he let her down. He's not faithful. He can't be monogamous. And like he said, he needs help. He needs to go get therapy. I seen an insert from his diary. He seems like he needs to go to sexual addiction counseling. Something is wrong with him. And he really has a psychological issue, but men will never hold each other, their counterparts, accountable for how they treat. Go ahead, Trey.
This man in the comments said that when the man was speaking, he said that's a gay man and that's a G man and this is a heterosexual problem. Sir, you not G? Well, I'm confused.
Can I answer that? Y'all need to be maybe if y'all took advice from gay people, y'all wouldn't be in these shithole situations that y'all were in to begin with. Y'all always want to make, what does me being gay? If 2 + 2 is 4, right? It doesn't matter if a gay person said it, a straight person said it. If 2 + 2 is 4, 2 + 2 is 4. And that's why and I'm going to say this, and this is why a lot of y'all straight black men will forever be the weakest link. Because instead of y'all thinking outside of yourself for once in y'all damn life, other than taking advice from y'all ain't shit ass mama, y'all want to sit there and make it seem like, oh, well, he's gay, so how we feel, so how he feel doesn't matter. If I see a duck swimming in a pond and you tell me it's a chicken, it's not a chicken, it's a duck, girl.
I mean, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, the man here, I mean, if I saw his picture, no shade, but I would have thought he was G. So I don't even understand. I always find that men that, in my opinion, that automatically go towards that or discrimination just for no reason, that they're probably conflicted within themselves. That's just my opinion though. But yeah, let me go up here next to Chilotam, but I just had to call that out because that was just ridiculous. I'm just like, okay, so he can't speak? Like, that's just ridiculous. All right, go ahead, Chilotam. Hey, how you doing too?
Hey, I'm good. Good morning. Hi, ladies in the chats and on the panel. Thanks for having me up. I wanted to talk about the fact that a lot of these black male quote unquote celebrities or people who have platforms are talking about how, Megan Thee Stallion can't keep a man. And I just find it funny how people's definition of keeping a man is to let him play in your face, to let him keep cheating on you, to let him, disrespect you publicly. Although, there have been rumors about him being unfaithful. And what's also really interesting to me is that these men are not married either. Stephen A. Smith, Ebro, Cameron, who else? Emmanuel Ocho. Like, these are not married people. And not to say that, if they were married, their points would fly, but it's just like, how can you pour water out of an empty cup? You know what I mean? So I just find it interesting that they keep saying that she can't keep a man. And, you know, if keeping a man entails letting him disrespect you, then fine, I can't keep a man. Clay has also had, you know, many relationships as well. Clearly, he can't keep a woman. So I think he was dating Coco Jones, Laura. So it's just like, why are all the fingers being pointed at her? And I think it's a misogynoir problem because nobody calls Taylor Swift out of her name when she dates 1 million men and sings about each of them in all her albums. Like, people don't say she's masculine. Taylor Swift and Meg Thee Stallion are the same heights. But only one of those women gets called masculine. So you can always see the double standards when you really paint the picture. And that's what I wanted to say. Thanks for having me up.
Oh, no problem, Chilo Tim. I tell you, I always found it weird that it's a situation of a woman can't keep a man, but then it's always said by men that have never been able to have a single solitary relationship with a woman that's long term. All they have done is disrespect every woman that they've come in contact with. And, you know, looking at like the women that Clay has been involved with, I think all of those women probably went into the relationship thinking everything was going to be good and stuff like that. And it wasn't. He was just playing with them. And it's so crazy because when a man hurts a woman and cheats on her and destroys her, he's getting props and accolades from other men. But then and in the world, oh, that's just how it is. But a woman does anything, then all of a sudden it's such a huge, big problem. Like where and I said this in another live where I talked about Meg Thee Stallion. But honestly, people hate Meg Thee Stallion for one reason and one reason only, is that Black women are never supposed to publicly speak out against being mistreated by Black men. And if they do, they're still supposed to stay or accept the mistreatment. And that's the reason why, because she decided to go ahead and cooperate with law enforcement with Tory Lanez. She came out there. She did that live stream when she said that he shot her and all of that other stuff. That is why they don't like her. And I say this also all the time, is that how people revere Aaliyah and talk about her beauty and talk about how great she is and how she's gone too soon. With all of the information that we have about R. Kelly and how he was violating Black women and Black girls for 30 plus years, over 3 decades, I can guarantee you that if Aaliyah was alive and she had said when all this stuff was going on, yes, he did that to me too, he preyed on me when I was 13, everyone would hate her. No, but she wouldn't be revered like she is now. She wouldn't be on no t-shirts. Everybody would hate her. They'll be talking about how she ain't got no boobs. She ain't got no booty. She this, that, she's da-da-da. She can't sing. She can't dance. She can't do nothing. She's the lowest of the low. I promise you. The only reason why she gets love from the Black community is because she dead. That's the only reason. Because in the Black community, there's no safe way for Black women to say, you know what? I'm hurt. This man hurt me. What can be done about it? And you know, when I think about it, the fact that there's nowhere where Black women can go to express their pain, sorrow, hurt to anyone without them being told to shut up and it be glossed over, then you wonder why there are so many Black women that they have a hard exterior, or they're angry, or whatever. And I don't believe in the angry Black woman stereotype, but there are some Black women that are angry, that are mad. And this is the reason why, because there's nowhere for a Black woman to go. Her tears don't mean a doggone thing. Like I said, and what's crazy is, and this is something I'm going to tell y'all right now, that this is only the one thing that I've ever felt envious of white women about. The only thing is that white women, their tears mean something to the men in their community. If you notice, when a white woman cry or she say this, that, and the third, them white men get active. They get active behind it, especially if it's coming from an outside force. But when Black women cry or Black women have a problem, Black men talk about, oh, she brought it on herself. I ain't doing that. I ain't helping her. So what? She should have watched out. She should have did this. She should have did that. She too fast. She too fat. She too Black. It's very upsetting to see that. And yet Those same black men want black women to all the time be on their hands and knees talk about black king, or our black men are so great. We need to, they got so much to go through, so we need to protect them so badly. Like, what? I just, it's a really disgusting dynamic in the black community. And that's the reason why I was so hard on that black woman that was in the last live that got shut down, because I'm tired of seeing it. And I'm not being nice to black women that do that no more. I just can't do it. Like, you got all of this free will as a black woman, and you want to use your free will to be a pick me? Girl, if you don't get your big bucket head out of here, go ahead, Chilotown.
Thank
And
you
then
so
I'll go
much.
to Brown Sugar.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll be quick. So there's someone in the comments, I think their username is I Want God's Wisdom, and she's saying something along the lines of, oh, go have a relationship with God instead of discussing celebrities. I feel like a lot of people tend to be so shallow, and this is directed to you. We're not just merely talking about celebrities. We're talking about a pattern. We're talking about something that affects women in real life. The only way that this conversation can gain traction is when, celebrities are, at the forefront of the discussion, so to speak. So if you don't see how these conversations are moving the needle forward as far as society, as far as how women are treated, then you're just slow. Okay, so I don't like when people come in here and belittle the work that is going on here, for people to understand that women are actually going through things. It's not merely about celebrities. A lot of women go through this daily. Their lives are just not put on blast like famous people. So please don't do that here. And if you don't want to listen to the conversation, then leave. And I think there's a Caucasian in the chat as well. So
Okay, where's the the flower ranger? What's the name?
let me see. Hold on. Trying to find it. Life is a big distraction. Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and block Life is a Big Distraction. Hold on. And let's see. I gotta slide up there and see if I find it. Okay, I
I already
see.
blocked him, Trigger.
Yeah. Oh, you
I already
blocked him. Okay,
blocked him.
okay. Okay. All right, cool. And now let me say, the lady that Chilotan was talking to, never mind. I was about to really roast her. I'm not even gonna do it. Because I try not to do that to black women. Let me not do it. Go ahead, Brown Sugar.
I want to piggyback off of what you were saying about Aaliyah, and Beyonce gets the same treatment too because she's in this prompt. The reason why Beyonce is praised also due to her talent, but because she shuts her mouth. And people use it as a power dynamic, but she literally created, she got groomed as a child. She hung around the diddler and witnessed so much abuse from other women, countless of women. And she sat there and she has that mythology, just like her mother, that she's better. And that's my issue with Beyonce. And that's why it's so hard for me to listen to her. And a lot of women, especially black women, let me know if y'all can hear me because I did step outside, but a lot of black women will ignore that based on her talent, that she didn't witness all this and she wasn't a part of it. And I feel like that's wrong. I remember it was one guy, he did an interview and he was saying that they were bringing children to these celebrity parties and she was there. So I think Beyonce is extremely male centered and her identity is wrapped around a man. And that's why none of her businesses really take off like that. And it's sad to see. And I probably will get a whole bunch of flack for this, but Beyonce, I liked her growing up, but she's male centered and she always has been since the early 2000s. She's been pimped out from her dad and pimped out from her mother, and all she knows is stand by a man, whether he's right or wrong. And she still stands behind Jay-Z no matter all the allegations that he's had, no matter what he's done to other women and other people in his bad business practices. She won't leave. So I'll land right there.
All right. I got you, Brown Sugar. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go up here to these people that I just added, and then I'll go down to Madonna. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes. First, start off with Stylista. Go ahead, Stylista. Let me send you a request to turn your mic on just in case you can't. You there, Stylista? Okay. I'll give you one more shot. You there, Stylista? Okay. All right. Well, come back if you want to. All right. So next up, let me go now. Start the timer for you. Go ahead, Carla. Let me send you a request to turn your mic on. You there, Carla?
My bad. I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, I mean, I definitely think that Beyonce is a pick me, and don't get me wrong, I love B down. Okay, I love her down, but we can agree that she is a pick me and she is male centered, and that's an issue. But also layered with that, I do think she was grown because apparently they were messing around when she was underage or whatever like that. So, that is also an issue in the Black community too, because we don't like to acknowledge when our own men are like predators to, women in the community. Like, that's an issue. Like, but I don't know, like Megan Thee Stallion is definitely not a pick me because she centers herself, and that just is what it is. Like, she's not gonna put having a man or having a piece of a man above herself. And I respect her for that. And that's all I had to say.
All right. I got you, Carla. Let me go next down here to I said you got all you guys' timers down. Go ahead, Madonna. If you had something to say.
Yeah, I wanted to add something. When you said something like Megan speaks up, right? And they don't like when Black women speak up for themselves. And I want to say to all the Black women who are listening, there's nobody who's actually protecting us. Nobody. And the thing is, when you're a woman and you're Black, men are predators, and they are going to stick together. Heterosexual men, sometimes also gay men, they're going to stick together. The majority of men who are going to come up here, if they're heterosexual, they're always going to defend themselves, even if they're dead wrong. They know that Tory Lanez is dead wrong, but they would defend him because they're men, and they would stick together. That's just how they are. So number one, there is no point of you trying to be harsh on Megan. Megan went through so much, and a lot of Black women have nervous system problems, and they're always keeping quiet about what is happening to them, what their daddy did, what the brother did, what their partners did. And at least she's speaking up because she can, because when she's dead, you will be like, oh, why didn't she speak? Whitney is dead, and he is dead. Should we count the amount of Black women who are dead? I don't really care.
Maybe try to say unalive just in case.
Sorry, unalived. So what we have to learn from this situation is that, number one, men are going to stick together no matter how wrong they are, right? They're going to deflect from their fault. So collectively, they see that Clay made a mistake, and collectively, without knowing each other, they're going to hop on the internet and say, but Megan is a hoe, but Megan did this, and Megan had exes. They didn't even do a meeting. They just know that they're going to stick together. And I think we need to learn from that. We need to learn to, instead of saying, Megan needed to have more discernment. How much discernment do you want us to have?
Okay.
How much? Okay. And she was, and
I'll give you one more minute.
I'm gonna have to hold on.
I got you.
And lastly, I want to say this thing about the discernment.
Madonna, it made me drop you, Madonna. I just want you to know I didn't do it. It made me drop you. I think you said that D word too much. So y'all got to be very careful here on my lives, because it's a lot of people that like really hate me because I advocate for Black women, and that's a crime actually in America for you to actually care about Black women. So y'all can't use no words that y'all not supposed to. Okay, so let me go next up here too, and I'm so sorry, Madonna, and I did agree with what you were saying, sis. Let me go next up here to Steph. Go ahead, Steph. If you're there, Steph. Oh, she went on teacup. Kel said this is stupid. So was your mother, but you like her. Go ahead, Steph.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes. You went back on teacup.
Sorry, I just keep. Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I was just saying, I'm not sure why people keep hating on Meg when, like Chilotum said, she's very comparable to Taylor Swift. So Taylor Swift in her career, she's dated multiple men. She's been seen with different men during different eras of her discography. And there was a point on the red carpet where I think a reporter asked her who you're going home with or something, And insinuating that, you know, she's a single woman, she's always with another man. And I went on Twitter, I went on Instagram, everyone was screaming up a storm. Everyone was, you know, attacking the reporter, saying, how dare you say this to Taylor Swift? She's a young woman, she can date whoever she wants, she's figuring herself out. And, you know, the other day I went on Instagram and I saw people creating a pie chart of how many men Meg Thee Stallion has dated in the past and calling her, you know, all sorts of disgusting names. And it's just a comparison that is very, very like hurtful to see how a white woman is treated in comparison to a black woman. Meg is only 31 years old. She hasn't even lived half of her life. She's lost her parents. She's been betrayed and backstabbed by friends. You know, the minute she tries to do something right in her life, she is just criticized the minute it goes wrong. And just to the second point, if people think Meg Thee Stallion is a pick-me-sha, then Beyonce is also a pick-me-sha. Because of all the allegations against Jay-Z, she's kept quiet this entire time. Only, I think, last year she became a billionaire. If she had divorced him back in 2016 with her Lemonade era, she would have made billions. She would have made millions off that. You know, she just chooses to be quiet. At least Meg stood up for herself. She made that story and she left. That is not a pick-me-sha, in my opinion. So I'll land there.
All right. I got you, Steph. I definitely agree with everything that you said, for sure. And I also think that you're right about Beyonce too. Beyonce missed out on a perfect opportunity to actually show her fans, or, you know, that she actually could be what she says in her songs, a strong, independent woman, by leaving him, because there was literally no reason to stay. Because, I mean, never mind. I was about to say something crazy. I'm going to say it. It's just like, I feel like there's no way in the world I could look at that face for as long as she has without wanting to desire. Like, you know, never mind. All right, let me just keep going. Chill out down.
Oh my gosh.
This guy right here, Scorp, you got blocked on my last channel and I'm about to block you right now. You said Beyonce chose family over the internet. Did Jay-Z choose family over the internet when he was out there cheating? How come the woman has to choose family when the man isn't? Please get out of my life. Like, honestly, please block. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, go ahead, Chillo Tim.
Yeah, thank you so much. To buttress Steph's point, what was I about to say? I lost my. Okay, yeah. It's also interesting, like, you know, piggybacking off of the Taylor Swift points, how they don't apply this, you know, these judgments to the Kardashians, for instance. All of them are serial baby mamas. They have children with black men. They all have biracial children. One of them was even wifed up by Kanye West. So it's so interesting to me how the black women are supposed to be like the beacon of morality, and then the same standards don't apply to non-black women. And another aspect of this conversation that really irritates me is the fact that the men are actually excited about this. Like, I think I saw a clip from, what's his name, DJ Academics, of which I feel like every time I watch a video of him, my IQ just drops. And he was really excited to say, oh, how could she think he would stay with her, calling her the B word, just saying all types of stupid things. So, you know what? I'm getting very flustered, so I'm going to circle back. Let me just mute.
All right. I got you, Chillo Tim. All right, next, let me go up here to ABC. Go ahead, ABC. Let me send you a request to turn your mic on, just in case you can't. You there, ABC? You there, ABC? All right. Well, sorry. Come back later then. All right. Let's go next up here to Marie. Go ahead, Marie.
Hi. So I just wanted to say that I'm not sure why we're comparing Megan Thee Stallion to Beyonce. For one, Beyonce is a married woman. Her husband cheated on her. Did he cheat on her before they got married? I don't know. I know that when Beyonce addressed the cheating rumor, she addressed it as a wife. She said, "My husband cheated on me. My husband." Clay did not marry Megan. From my understanding, from what she posted, he cheated, and then he told her he didn't know if he could be monogamous.
Hey, Marie.
He had that.
Marie, can I ask you a question? I'm gonna I'll give you an extra
Okay.
minute for what I take. I just want to ask you what do you think is worse cheating? Do you think it's worse cheating as a single man or as a married man?
Um, yeah, a single man. I mean, a married man. You're married. A man hasn't done nothing for you until he married you. He doesn't owe you anything. If he doesn't cheat on you, that's good. He doesn't cheat on you, and that's a good man. But this is a time a man needs to be ready for marriage. Prepare yourself for marriage. So whatever you need to do or get out, you need to handle that before you walk down the aisle and make a promise to God. Because once you make that promise to God, then that's a whole different set of apples we're talking about here. So if Clay was messing with this woman, told her that he loved her, and then he told her, yeah, I'm probably not going to just talk to you, there's nothing wrong with that. He did not marry this woman. I'm just trying to figure out why I can't. And if she wanted to tell Clay, hey, I don't know if I really want to be with you like that, I think I want to talk to other men, she had that right also. They were not married. That's the time when you got to figure it out. So when you do get married, you can get it right. Jay-Z was out of line for cheating on his wife. That's the person that I can see we sit on here dogging out. A married man cheating on his wife. Not a single man. Because he is single. Legally, he is a single man.
Okay, so if he cheats on you in a relationship, you don't think he's gonna cheat on you in a marriage? Like, what's the difference between the two? It's still cheating.
So
What are you talking about?
the difference is when you're not
Exactly.
married, as a woman, yes, you don't want your husband, you don't want your boyfriend to cheat on you. But you always have to put in the back of your mind, this is my boyfriend. I'm not his responsibility.
Yeah, but he
Hold
made
on,
but
what's that?
being so here's the thing.
Chilotel, let her finish.
He has not done anything for you to think that he is
But he made a
yours.
promise at the
When
end of the
you didn't
day.
make a promise. No.
Okay.
Baby, a regular promise out your mouth means nothing. Is he going to bring you to the courthouse to sign those papers to say you're mine legally? If not, who cares what he said?
Okay. All right, your timer ran out, Marie.
Okay.
I just want to say, are you the Marie that comes here so often? Is that you, Marie?
I don't know if I've ever been here before.
Yeah, because we have a lady named Marie that she comes every so often, and but never mind. It doesn't matter if you are or you're not. I just want to say that marriage, right? When you're dating someone, how do you get married, right? You get married because you meet someone, you like them, they like you, y'all decide to get in a relationship. Y'all go from the dating each other to a monogamous relationship. And then from that point, if things go smoothly, the man will ask you to marry him, and then y'all get married. So if you're in the monogamous stage of a relationship where y'all are dating, you should absolutely expect monogamy. If a man is to cheat on you when you're in the dating period or y'all are in the monogamous part of your relationship before you get married, and you were to say, oh, well, he hasn't made any promises to me, that's absolutely insane. That's nutty. That's completely ridiculous. And I can guarantee you that the logic that Marie is using for Klay Thompson, if Meg Thee Stallion or any woman attempted to use that logic and say, well, hey, you know what? I don't got a ring on my finger. I didn't go to the courthouse or anything like that. So, but I was out there with 11 men. There would be no grace given. So I think that that's like an literally insane, nutty way to think. If you're dating somebody and you know that person, because Meg Thee Stallion gives me the vibes that she would like to eventually be married. Now, I don't know her personally, but just from what I saw in the relationship with Clay, it looks like she does eventually want to be married to somebody. We're on the way, we're dating each other to see, and we get into a monogamous situation, you absolutely should be monogamous. If not, then you don't have good character at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And I think when we have these discussions, all we do is open up the doors for men to be even more diabolical than they already are. So a man that's been with a woman for 5, 6, 7 years, that's not something that I would ever do without being married. But there's women out here that do it. Stay with the man for years, and then they find out after they didn't have kids and invested into this man with no ring that he's cheating, and he says, oh, well, I wasn't your husband. So I just think that when we push negative things like that to the forefront, that just causes more difficulty, and it encourages more degenerate behavior in men. And in my opinion, that's a pick me philosophy right there. And yeah, so let me just keep going. Next up, Elise. Go ahead, Elise. Let me set your timer, sis. Go ahead.
Hi. So I Megan Thee Stallion is Megan Thee Stallion pick me, and if she is, wouldn't Beyonce be too? I don't think Megan or Clay or Beyonce is a pick me. To address the prompt. I do think, like the other lady said, Megan wants to be in a relationship. I think she did things to show him that she's taking him seriously. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that if that's where your heart is, you know. I think Beyonce was acceptive of Jay-Z, even though she lashed out on the album. I think that she still is going to be accepted because of the kids. It's not an easy walk away thing. So I think her staying is like her just, okay, you know, I'm already here. It already happened, blah, blah, blah. But somebody brought something to my attention, and this is what I wanted to share with you all. I was upset to hear about the breakup and him cheating, whatever the case. Two things. Somebody said that Clay admitted he's been cheating throughout the entire relationship. So I guess my thought is, does that mean Megan was accepted at one point of
Do you have any proof of that?
I don't. I don't even know if it's true. I'm just saying
Okay,
somebody.
so I don't think we should talk about stuff that we don't have any proof of, that she didn't say.
Now, we do have proof, and we do know that Megan does go both ways. So I shared her breakup situation with a friend of mine, and they said, well, you know, because I said, you know, I kind of was waiting for this to happen. I hate to say it because that lifestyle. So she said, well, you know, Clay has that Megan has that lifestyle too. She's bi. So do you think there would be times that she was messing with some of her dancers or whatever in the limo?
Okay. All right. So you just said things that we don't have any proof of that don't even make any sense. All right. I'm just gonna say this is that I don't think that Meg Thee Stallion is a pick me, because I don't think I reiterated my stance. I don't think Meg Thee Stallion is a pick me at all in the slightest. A pick me would have stayed or been silent about getting cheated on and would have just hoped that she could swallow enough cheating and eventually secure the ring. Beyonce absolutely is a pick me, because why in the world would you stay with a man that looked like that in the face and he's cheating? You are not the regular woman. You are literally the most famous female entertainer in the entire world, and you have access to all type of money, all type of opportunities, all types of everything. There's no reason why you should stay with a cheater. There's no reason why you have to. It's not about the kids. It's not about none of that. I would say male-centered, yes. There's no excuse for it. So to try to make it like, oh no, she just wanted to, no, absolutely not. There are plenty of women that have been in her position, celebrities and elsewhere, that have left. She stayed because she wanted to, because she's male-centered and a pick me, and that's just it. I mean, I think that anybody that can sit there and look at that face all day, every day, and sign on for it to see it, there's already something up there that's not functioning properly, in my opinion. But I do think that what happens with Black women is that a lot of times when a Black woman does something, there's always some type of with Black women, and this, at first I thought this was just a Black man thing, but I realize now a lot of Black women do it too, and I find it really sick and twisted. It's a lot of Black women that are not willing to give a Black woman grace. They see something bad happen to a Black woman, and they want to try to say, oh, that happened to you because of this, because of that. It's because of you. You're not the woman that you need to be. You're not this. You're not that. You did this. You did that. You're bisexual. I don't know. All of these things. And I really feel like, but then if something happens to you in your personal life, you will want grace. You will want understanding. You won't want people dragging you for filth. If people knew your personal business, you won't want people saying, oh, well, that's what you get. Because I remember in college, you gave some vagina to this dude that you wasn't supposed to. So now anything else that happens to you with men further on is your fault. Nobody would want to hear that. And I wish that Black women, knowing that we're all we got, knowing that we're the only ones that are going to care about each other. When you look at Black femicide and you look at Black girls being essayed and Black girls being trafficked, 9 times out of 10, the people that are calling attention to it are other Black women. And that's just a fact. I'm not saying there aren't any Black men, a very small percentage. 9 times out of 10, it's a Black woman doing it. So if you know that the only advocate that you will have for the most part, now I'm not talking about if you got a man or something like that, it's going to be another black woman. Why wouldn't you be the change that you want to see and give more grace to black women? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I just feel like moving forward, women that do things like this, I just feel like I just automatically don't trust y'all. Like, I don't trust y'all if y'all first thing is to get on another woman and talk about this, that, and the third. I just don't trust y'all. Cause it's just like, what are you doing it for? But let me just keep going. Cheska, go ahead, Cheska. Hey, sis.
Hey Trig, how are you? Hi to the panel. Hey Brown Sugar. First off, this is the Marie that we was talking about the last time. But
Okay. All
Marie,
right, I'm not sure.
I would like to engage in a conversation with you if you want to unmute. I would like to ask you some questions.
Me?
You're the only Marie on the panel, dear.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So you're the one that's married, right?
Yeah, I'm married.
Yeah, your husband's the one that pays all your bills. You haven't ever seen a bill in your life?
What does that have to do with anything?
Yes or no, dear?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So your man was running around town before he married you?
What do you mean running around town?
Spreading his D around everywhere, right? Because it's permissible if he's not married to you, right?
Was he in our dating stages?
Yeah, dear. And you're dating before you were married. You weren't married to him.
I didn't know about it.
You didn't know about it. Interesting.
No, I don't think so.
So that's not.
Nobody called me. Nobody DM'd me. I didn't know.
So because they didn't call you or DM you, it means it didn't happen?
I'm telling you, no. But again, I don't think anybody can be for sure before you get married, before you move in with somebody, what a man is doing. So nobody can sit around here and be for sure of what a man is doing, and you don't even live with this man.
Right. So why would you then want to get into a marriage with somebody that you're not for sure that what they're doing? Right? Well, because hold on, before you answer that, let me expound. Because you're basically saying a man can be whatever he wants to be before he gets the ring onto a woman. But according to you, at least you insinuated that a woman, has to be a certain way, a certain thing, basically a piece of property to this man.
No, that's not
well. As I said, dear, you insinuated it, but I'm going to go forward. I'm not going to argue with you, dear. I'm going to finish my statement and then I'm going to let you speak. Okay, dear? Our words should never touch. Okay. So then what makes the difference when you're saying a man can do whatever he wants to do? What is the threshold to where he marries you without using religion as an answer? Because not everybody believes in God or your God. Now you can speak.
Okay. So I wasn't saying that a woman is a man's property. And I was saying that before you get married, both of y'all need to make sure this is really what you want to do. Nobody is, that's not your man. This is not your woman. This doesn't become your man or woman until you get married. Now, everybody wants to play. You can play house if you want to. You can pretend this is your husband and you can pretend this is your wife. But the facts are, if that man did not bring you to the courthouse and get married, you are single. The state says, the country says you are single. So I have no issue.
Hold on just a second, dear. Triggered. I'm going to go ahead and mute. I'm going to go ahead and mute. This is the same Marie that we was talking about, y'all. Chilotam was right. Everybody was right. This is the same one. She moves her words. She's moving the goalpost. I hope that it was proven to everybody. Have a great day, Marie.
Okay, so what I was trying to say was that I don't have an issue with what Clay did. Clay told her, I don't know if I could be monogamous. There's nothing wrong with a man telling you that. You should not get all of your feelings involved with a man. You should not get all of your feelings involved with a man until he marries you. Don't put your all into a man until he marries you.
So you was running around town? Seriously, so you was running around town?
Do I have a timer on?
I mean, I really just because I have to get to other people to speak. Because let me just, I'm gonna cut you right there, okay? I'm just gonna say this is that once again, I think that what Marie's saying is kind of nuts because you said like don't get your feelings involved while you're dating somebody. Not until you get married. How can you get to the marriage part if you don't get into your feelings during the dating stage. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'm a person I'm married, and I've been married for, it'll be 18 years this year. That don't make no sense. How am I going to get there where I want to marry you if I'm holding back and I don't know if I like you like that while we're dating?
I said fully, 100% in, where you're going.
Yes, how can you,
Instagram,
how can
once
you
have to start making
hold
Instagram
on,
posts,
please don't do that. How can you get 100? How can you not be 100% in with somebody until you get married? If they ask you to marry them, right? That's when you're saying, yes, I'd like to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm making a vow that we're going to be together. Why would you ever agree to that if you're not 100%? You can't just switch to 100% after you agree to the proposal. There has to be something you already know about beforehand. That doesn't make any type of sense. That's completely illogical.
What she's saying triggered is by her logic. Once a guy, like, you know, makes a vow by God, and this is not to offend anybody in their religion, this is just her lack or her ignorance on how men think, is what, and Marie, you can say I'm wrong or not, but basically, she probably will say I'm wrong, is that once a man marries you, all of that sloughs off like it was last month's period. So there's no threshold of which that happens, right? A male is a male is a male. A male doesn't change because he puts a ring on a woman's finger. No woman, and that also makes it the woman's fault if he does cheat, which again, it's crazy to me how this woman is on here. We done blocked her like 11 times already. Why is she here still?
Exactly.
I can jump in on me here.
I got y'all. Yeah, I mean, you can go, Marie, because I really do feel like every time you come, it is something crazy, because now I do remember you. You came, you talked about weave and like wigs and stuff. I think you were shaming Black women for how they wear their hair. And then, yeah, because she said she had good hair. That's right. Marie said that she had good hair. She had good hair. She don't got that nappy hair like the rest of us slaves. Oh my God. You're right. That was the lady. She said that she had good hair. She said that she had good hair. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad. I wish that she hadn't dropped, because that's exactly what she said.
Remember though, she also said that she's never seen a bill in her life.
Oh, yeah. She was saying a whole lot of stuff. And that was like, because do you know how crazy you got to be a Black woman and to come up here and talk about you got some good hair? I was, oh my gosh, yes. Now I remember her, because I knew that she was the one that be out of pocket, but I couldn't remember everything that she say, because I be tuning out these like lunatics, bro. But that lady has been here several times, and I think that she gets some type of sick, like, first of all, because she said she's married, you know, some women that are married, they like to come in spaces with Black women and like say that they're married because they feel like that make Black women feel bad, or they try to act like they're superior. So you already know that she feel that way, but just by the fact that she said the good hair comment. Yeah, that lady's crazy. I'm not going to forget her this time, y'all. And if Brown Sugar and all my other ladies that come in here regularly, if y'all see this lady again, please block her. I'm not going to bring her up again. I be forgetting about her.
You have blocked her many times.
Oh my God.
That's the issue. Because I remember, because I got into that the last time she was on.
Yeah.
I remember because T Scorpio was in that live. Supervillain was in that live too, and she was defending Chris Brown, saying Chris Brown likes girls with good hair, and she has good hair. So I remember.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, that's right. Because she was saying all of that crazy stuff. Oh my goodness, you know, Marie, if you're still in here lurking, Marie, you got some problems. Like, you really need some help. Since I know that you male centered, you need to ask your husband to take you to the therapist today, for real, because that's just ridiculous. Saying good hair in 2026 is wild, nasty work. It really is. Let me keep going though, because there's a lot of people haven't spoken yet. Okay, so let me go up here to I'm gonna set your timer. Miss Shandy, are you there? Well, she's on teacup, so come back, Miss Shandy. Okay, so let me go next up here to Lady V. Go ahead, Lady V.
Hey everybody. So I'm going to speak to is Meg a Pickme, and if she is, wouldn't Beyonce be one too? I think different situations come with different you know, depending on who you're with. I don't think that Megan is a pick-me. I also do not think that Beyonce is one either. With Meg, I'm happy that he told her that he was not ready for a relationship or ready to be monogamous, and she left. With Beyonce, I'm not making excuses at all. But I could see how someone could be with someone since they were a teenager and have children by them, and a situation happened to where they cheat. And I guess she did leave for a little bit and got back with him. But then they decided to make their relationship work. That happens. That's life. If he continued to and hasn't changed, you know, that's different. But, you know, I've seen that instance. It doesn't make it okay, but I'm just saying that's life. It happens. I did hear someone say,
Hey, Lady V, I'm sorry, you said that it's just life. It happens that men cheat, or did you say of a certain age? I didn't hear what you said.
no, not that it's a certain age, but just that people are together for a certain amount of time. She'd been with him since she was a teenager. He cheated. They decided to make their relationship work. I was saying that's life. That happens. That couples go through things and then later on decide to make their relationship work. That's what I was saying. Do I agree with it? Absolutely not. You did say that with Beyonce, or with females in general, that I can't remember what I was gonna say. You did say with females they deserve grace. With women they deserve grace when they go through stuff, and people kind of attack them and say, "Oh, you did this, that, and the third."
Black
So
women.
this is
Black
black
women
women.
specifically. Yeah.
Yeah. And people attack black women like, "Oh, you deserve this, that, or the third because of this, that, and the third, or whatever." I feel like the same should go towards Beyonce. Like, she should have grace also. I was in a relationship. I got cheated on. I left. That person told me the same thing Clay said, which is crazy, that they don't think they could be faithful. And at that time, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, marriage is over. So that was that. And then one more thing I wanted to say. I'm sorry, I can't remember everything I wanted to say. It's been a lot going on. With the lady who just left.
I'll give you one more minute.
Okay, I'll make it quick. With the lady who just left, she was saying that in a relationship, if you're not married, then it's not cheating. Yes, it is. If you say that you're in a relationship with me and we decide that we're in a monogamous relationship together, if you step outside of that, it's cheating. It doesn't matter whether you're married or not. How are we ever going to get married if we're not focusing on each other? Like, that doesn't even make sense. And that's all I wanted to say. I land my plane.
All right. I got you, Lady V. Well, let me say this. I saw this topic. They were having a conversation underneath one of my videos on YouTube about Meg Thee Stallion and and how people were calling her pick me and stuff. And then somebody asked the question, if Meg Thee Stallion is a pick me, wouldn't Beyonce be one as well? So that's where I got the idea from. But I don't think that I'm particularly dragging Beyonce or anything. And I don't think it's not giving her grace to say that her leaving or staying with Jay-Z is male-centered, in my opinion. It is being a pick me. And even if people were to call Meg Thee Stallion a pick me, I disagree wholeheartedly, but I think the reason why things hit a little bit differently with Megan and people saying things about her is because how she's been publicly dragged since she came out with what happened with Tory Lanez, and how everybody has been just degrading her, making fake AI stuff of her. I saw another fake AI X tape of her yesterday on Twitter, then I ran across it by mistake, and I was disgusted. And all of these men were commenting on the video saying that she looked like a terrible lay. Her vagina was dry, and it was AI. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying? But so I'm still giving Beyonce grace. I don't say half the things that I think about Beyonce because people worship her so much. But I mean, I think that she had very much knowledge of a lot of stuff that Jay-Z and Diddy was doing. But that's another topic for another conversation. But But I do think that having grace for Black women doesn't mean that you don't say anything about Black women, or if you see something crazy, it's all in the way that you say it and it's all in the how you do it. And I also think that staying with somebody that cheated on you is not just a thing. It's not just something that happens. It's a very intentional act of betrayal. And when we as women just say that, that encourages more men to be able to do it and feel like it's not that big a deal. Anytime you minimize that act, that's another man that hears it and is like, yeah, I don't know why you're that bad. And I wish that women would know that it's a whole gaslighting thing, because it's always something that just happened when a man does it. But if you do it, you're the biggest 304 worthless heifer for the streets, B word that's ever existed. So men are very able to recognize that cheating is a betrayal. They just don't recognize that it's a betrayal if they do it, because they don't care about your feelings. But let me keep going. Let me go next up here to Rihanna. Go ahead, Rihanna.
You got my name right. That's so surprising. But I was just going to talk about. So I think Megan isn't a pick me at all. I feel like when she got in a relationship with him, I feel like he should have told her what he was into and how he liked it things before trying to give her this perfect life, buying yachts and boats and cars and stuff. He should have told her since day one. And I think for him to cheat on her and not come to her as a man and tell her how he was feeling was dead wrong. And that happens in a lot of relationships, especially for Black women. And I feel like that was messed up. And with Beyonce, I don't really think she's a pick me. And the only reason I say that is because the difference between Megan and Beyonce, Beyonce already had Blue Ivy, and Blue Ivy was young at a young age, and I'm not making an excuse for the kids, but I also think because he cheated, first of all, who would cheat on Beyonce? But anywho, even though he cheated, I feel like the only reason she got back with him is because she didn't want her kid to not experience a father. Not saying she could never got remarried to another man, but I feel like she just wanted the father to be in their kid's life still. And that's what I think. And that's where my claim comes in with Beyonce. And I feel like he did her dirty. And I feel like he has did some crazy stuff. But I feel like him to cheat on Beyonce and the stuff he has did and all the stuff they're coming up with him now is crazy. And the fact she got back with him and had twins is still crazy. But you know, relationships work out, and I would never put anything against her. I feel like they're making it better now, and she made her point clear when they broke up, and he ain't did nothing since. And he know not to test her or try her no more. The real thing he was trying to do was really humble her, and he failed because she came back.
Okay. Well, I'll say I kind of disagree, because he did humble her, and he continued to humble her because she accepted him back. Anybody that accepts somebody back after cheating, that's they played in your face and you went along with it. And
yeah, but I feel like people can change.
let me finish. I don't think the stuff about Blue Ivy and staying for the kids, we don't have any type of factual basis to say that's why she stayed or not. She never said anything like that. So I don't believe in speaking on things that we haven't heard them necessarily say. But I will say that we did see him cheat on her, and we did see her accept him back. So that right there is a humbling and a humiliation that she chose to accept, and to accept him back. And that's regardless on whether she's your fave, you like her music, you like the way she dances, you think she's pretty. That is weak behavior, period.
No, but I also feel like
could you stop interrupting me? I would really appreciate it if you stop.
I didn't know you was still talking.
Yeah, stop. So like I was saying, I don't like the fact that, once again, there's always an excuse made when a man does the cheating. There's they wanted to stay for the kids. Well, if people cared about the kids, you could have easily kept your private area in your pants. That way your kids could have stayed in the same house as you. Why do I have to think about whether the kids are going to have a daddy at the home, and then I have to swallow the fact that you're cheating on me? That doesn't make any sense. And once again, Jay-Z is a very ugly man. I'm just going to say it. He's a very ugly man. And I can't believe the fact that a woman of Beyonce's caliber would sit there and accept a man that looks like that and take him back. She already risked her genetics by having a baby with a man that looked like that. And they are babies with a man that looked like that. And you mean to tell me that I've already given you grace? I've elevated you? Because if Beyonce was not in a relationship with Jay-Z, nobody would even be checking for Jay-Z anymore. And that's just what it is. And people are reporting this live, and you stands and weirdos that are reporting what I'm saying right now is really nuts. And actually, I think I'm going to block and drop some people, because it seems like when you're in the box, like, people can report even more so and get you really in trouble. So I'm not even gonna say anything else about Jay-Z. Y'all know what I think about him. And the fact that she took him back is weakness. I don't care if you ease your favor or not. Can you imagine getting with a man that was not in your league, or you weren't in his league on any way, and then he tried to play with you like he the prize? Because even though y'all can say he's a businessman and he got more money and he got this, that, and the third, she also ain't po. She got a lot of money. She got more money than any of us can dream of, and she can do whatever the heck she want to do. So why in the world, if I'm rich, I'm beautiful, I'm a black woman, why do and I'm with you and you look like that and you want to play with me? That's weakness to accept a man like that. Like I said, and I don't know if it was this live or the other live, Lemonade would have hit way harder if she came out with all of that stuff and she came out with that album and Divorce Papers. She would have been unstoppable, and she wouldn't have been linked to him. So anything that come out in the future from him and his partnership with Diddy, because ain't no way in the world y'all gonna tell me that Jay-Z been friends with Diddy for 30 years plus and he ain't know what was going on. Like, y'all can go lie to somebody else. So once again, she could have been unstoppable at that time. But there's no way that y'all gonna make me feel like that's not weakness. Like, cheating on somebody is a deep betrayal. And it's even worse, in my opinion, with him being a public figure. Because now everybody, the whole world knows that she got cheated on. She can't just go in the bedroom and go get in the shower and cry and take her L in private, like a lot of y'all women that are making excuses for cheating. So I know y'all get cheated on. Y'all take y'all L's in private and suck it up. But she had to let the world know that her husband that looks like a camel was out there wilding. So, like I said before, I just did in no way, shape, form, or fashion am I ever going to be an advocate for a woman staying with a cheater. I don't care if you got 18 kids. I don't care if you got 35. I don't care if you got 50 businesses. I don't care about when you think about what about the